Skyrim mod lists. You want one. One that looks good with 32K graphics, 1 billion FPS, ray tracing on, DLSS upscale. Well, actually I don't think anyone has a mod list like that. But there are mod lists like this, or this. They look good. And the PC that has to run it probably also looks good. And if you click this video, then you probably don't have a good PC. Hell, you might have a laptop with like 8 gigs of RAM and integrated graphics. You might struggle to run vanilla Skyrim on low settings. Fear not, I have a fix. Multiple actually, yeah. Now, before I get into how you make your game look good and run smooth, maybe both at the same time, I need to do a quick disclaimer thingy. You have to remember, you do not have a PC like this, probably. You cannot run a mod list like this, probably. No matter the amount of optimization you try to do, your game simply cannot look this good. It's sad but true. But you still can make it look good, or run good, or both. Now, let's do a little backstory on my laptop. It has integrated graphics, an 11th or 12th Gen i5, I can't remember which one it was, and 16GB of RAM. Now, don't worry if you only have a computer with like 8 gigs or maybe even 4 gigs of RAM and like a 6th or 7th Gen i5 or whatever. This video will still benefit you. Now, the first thing, if you have a laptop or computer with similar or better specs than mine, which you can find in the description, try this one first. Download this. It's called Bethany. Or Bethine. Oh, but Bethany. That one guy told me in the comments once. I remember, but I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. This is your friend now. To get it, go onto Nexus, search it up, and download it. Once it's downloaded, extract it with a tool like WinRAR or BreezeZip or something like that, I don't know. And then run the exe. Select Skyrim, and I presume you have Special Edition, so select the Special Edition version, obviously. And then you should be on a screen like this. Ignore the pop-up stuff. This is your game settings. You can hover over each preset, like low, medium, or high, and stuff like that, and it'll help you find the right one for your computer. If you struggle to get X amount of FPS on X graphic settings, then click the one that says that. Now, test out your game. Is it in the 30 to 60 FPS range? If not, this is another really simple step. Firstly, go onto Steam. Explain this while I do it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to read that out. Alright, so all you want to do is literally click on Options, and then once this little menu appears, you're just going to want to click on the resolution thing, and change that to 720p. Yeah, it's that simple. Now, your game is set to a lower resolution, and don't worry, it's not going to look terrible if you only set it to like 720p. It'll look worse than vanilla, but a mod list with some decent graphics will help out with that, and I'll talk more about that later. But first, launch the game and see if it runs properly. You should now definitely be getting in the 30 to 60 FPS range. So, you've changed the resolution of your game. What now? Mod list time, because vanilla Skyrim is just not it anymore. Now, since your resolution is lower and you're getting great performance, hopefully, you can get almost any mod list you want, as long as it doesn't require an EMB or runs 4K or 2K textures. So yeah, good luck finding one. You could always try and make your own, I mean, like, yeah, you could make your own. But, of course, I won't leave you hanging. I have a good base mod list for you to try out. I did not make it. It's this one here on screen. Wow. The next gen Skyrim mod list, which I think was made by YouTuber Zero Period Productions. He makes some cool Skyrim mod videos. You should go check him out. Now, this mod list is actually meant for Skyrim Anniversary Edition, and I reckon most people play on Special Edition still. So, with a few small tweaks, it should work perfectly fine with Special Edition. It did for me. And by tweak, I mean deleting all the mods that even mention the words Creation Club, or the acronym for it, CC. Here on screen is all the mods I disabled. And then yeah, done. It should work fine. Also, I recommend removing the SKSC from the Nexus and manually downloading it. It works 1,000,000,000% better and doesn't have issues. This mod list also recommends Lucid EMB, but nah. I mean, you can get it if you're confident your computer can handle it, otherwise I'd stay the hell away. Now, I have 2 more recommendations. The first one is community shaders. basically an ENB, but with better performance. You probably already know about it, I'm not sure why I'm explaining it. If you're running Intel integrated graphics, you can skip this step, because it won't work. Yeah, trust me, I tried everything, and it was just like black with weird purple lighting, but if you're using AMD or something else it'll work. And finally, the last recommendation. You can use this with any system, don't worry. If you don't want these ugly vanilla graphics still, get Skyland AIO 1K version. Yes, your computer might panic at the sight of 1K, but don't worry, 1K is pretty much just 1080p. And yes, you can see the difference between 1K and 2K and 4K and all that, even if your resolution is set lower. You're welcome, random commenter on my last Skyrim Modlist video. I still recommend choosing the Skyland AIO 1K version over the 2K version, because you should always value performance over looks. It's better to play a lower end Skyrim Modlist than something like Invicta on some potato PC, because it will either fry your computer really quickly, or make it slowly suffer. And by slowly suffer, I mean your game will slowly suffer because you're only getting like 2 FPS. Just so you know, you need at least 30 FPS, preferably anything over 45 is the smoothest you want. And yeah, I'm rambling on, so I'll stop myself there. Hopefully this video helped you to get Skyrim running well and maybe even looking good. Now, aside from this video, I guess, currently for the mod list on my PC, which is 100 times better than integrated graphics, well, maybe not 100 times better, I'm making a series, yeah, I've written it all down, and now I've just got to actually make it. It's probably going to take a while, because I want it to be somewhat cinematic with really good editing. 2 things I cannot do. So, yeah, anyway, that's it for this video, yeah, see ya.